100%. That's psychosomatic self-destruction is what it is,
Mm,
and you're going to be your best friend or your worst enemy when it comes to a fast because you can psych yourself in or out of any situation. Think about anything you do in life. Like when it comes to even a podcast, your first one, your nerves probably got you. Your nerves were like, "Oh man, I'm going to misspeak or I'm going to do this on camera and people aren't going to like my podcast or people aren't going to like me." But then on the flip side of that, if you're like, "Oh, I'm the shit," like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. Like, everyone's gonna love me because I love me. I'm awesome, you know? And the same thing goes with your food and your fasting. If you believe that you can do 40 days, then you're gonna do 40 days. The only reason that you wouldn't be able to do those 40 days is because of self-doubt.
mm. Okay, so say someone is on that, they're about to go on 40 days or whatever their version of 40 days is, maybe it's 2 days, whatever. And they have this initial start point. They're like, I believe, and it's true, and they believe it, and they're like, dude, I'm in. Like, this, seriously, I'm doing this. There's no way I'm not. And then they get to hour 36, they're gonna go 48, and then they get that voice. Like, how do you bridge the gap between who chose to set out on that journey and who you are, like right now, 36 hours in, who's just feeling like they're getting their ass kicked? What do you have to say?
That it comes down to willpower, you gotta have the willpower. Your willpower is a muscle, essentially, and the more that you exercise it, the stronger it is.
Mm,
So if you refrain from eating fast food for a week, the next week is going to be a little bit easier, and so on and so forth. So if 48 hours is too hard for you for a fast, start with 72, or start with, 24 hours, then
mhm.
work your way to 48, then go to 72. You just got to strengthen that willpower, and then eventually your mind is going to be your biggest advocate.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I mean, I that's so perfect because when it comes to meditation, that's the thing that I'm always saying as well is, yeah, maybe when you sit down, you're gonna go, dude, my mind is chaos and I'm just too ADHD and I can't personally meditate and my brain specifically out of all the other 8 billion people on the planet is like it can't meditate and just all the things. But comparing it to going to the gym and like, bro, you don't walk into the gym and just lift up a 50 pounder and start curling it. You got to go every
No.
day and you start with the fives and then you go to the tens and the 15s and then 12.5s if the 15s feel too heavy. And every
Hmm.
day you're building that. It's like it's interesting because so we have the brain, we have all of our organs, your heart's a muscle, all of our physical things here, and then we have the subtle body, the mind. Like where is the mind? Like where you know what I mean? Like there's the brain. Like is your mind just in your brain? Well, no, it's like it's the whole experience of your body. And so if we think of part of the human experience being, that the physical body, you can go to the gym and prove all that to yourself in real time. Like go to the gym, work out for 3 weeks, and you literally are like, I'm taller and I stand up straighter, and yes, my shirt is a little bit tighter. It's proving myself in real time. And the subtle body, the mental version of our body, of who we are, is also in need of that maturation through daily work, through the 5 pound curls. Like you said,
Yeah.
showing up and earning it, like proving to yourself, all right, dude, I normally eat every 3 hours, but I'm gonna eat for 4 hours or not eat for 4 hours. Okay, I
Hmm.
did that, I'm gonna wait 16 hours until I eat next. I've never done that my whole life. And then you prove to yourself that you can do it. And then suddenly you're that new person. You're standing as the person who has now fasted more than 16 hours, more than 15 hours. And so you
Yeah.
can then act from there. So yeah, man, it's that subtle body muscle building, right? Got to be a subtle body muscle builder.
Yeah, it kind of ties into that expression, fake it until you make it.
Mm,
Your belief creates your reality 100%. And I believe that wholeheartedly. And I kind of tie into that, with this subtle body perception that you have and meditation. So when you meditate, obviously you have this like plethora of ideas, thoughts, feelings, emotions just flowing into your head simultaneously. And in order to disassociate, um, I actually got this from an author. His name is Ken Wilber, and he calls
mm,
it the witness state.
mm,
And the witness state is essentially stepping back from everything physical, emotional, and spiritual and realizing that you are all of the above, right? And you're just observing it. So you're observing all these thoughts, feelings, and emotions that flow through your awareness. And when you're when you have that, when you step back into this witness state, all of a sudden the things that affected you no longer have precedence or hold on your life because they're not you. The true you is the witness behind it all.
Mm, mm. Yeah, you are the one that observes.
Yeah.